Ed Wood was released in 1994, and it's the last film I'm looking at in my For the Love of Movies theme for the month of May. This film showcases the career of renowned bad director Edward D. Wood Jr. I can't say that I've ever seen a film directed by Ed Wood, but I do know that his most famous, or infamous, film is Plan 9 from Outer Space. And I honestly thought that this film was just going to depict the making of that film, but it really focuses on his career as a whole, and surprisingly to me, his relationship with legendary actor Bela Lugosi. In fact, this film is equal parts biopic of Ed Wood and the later years of Lugosi. In some ways, I feel like I learned more about him than I did Wood. But that's not a bad thing. The dynamic between the two is the real emotional core, and the two actors behind the characters do a fantastic job. Depp really captures the naive optimism of Wood, and Martin Landau steals the show as Lugosi being equal parts comedic, cynical, and tragic. Because depending on how you look at the story as a whole, it's kind of depressing. This guy just wants to be a filmmaker and now holds the title as the worst. And like many other biopics, this film ends with title cards about the real people, and his is kind of sad. So, taking all of that into account, this film could have been really depressing and melodramatic. But Burton instead infuses that bubbling optimism into every shot because that's how he's decided to depict Wood. And it ultimately makes the dramatic moments hit harder. If the whole film was just drama, 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 then the truly hard-hitting moments would just blend in with the rest of them. If I were to gripe about anything, there is a scene towards the end during the point where Ed is making Plan 9. A certain person gives Ed the pep talk that he needs, and it felt very, this didn't happen, but we need an uplifting thing to happen, and the real way that it happened just isn't a cinematic. And this film is very forthcoming about not necessarily depicting things the way that it happened, but there was a believability in everything, and I felt that this scene just kind of took the joke too far. That aside, I think this is a fantastic film and should be sought out by anybody that's an aspiring filmmaker. And I also think that it should be brought in to more Tim Burton conversations. Now that I've shared my thoughts, what are yours? Keep the conversation going in the comments. If you're as addicted to film as I am, don't forget to follow for more. Thanks for watching.